Hello and welcome. I am Ollie Juno and this is my crafty corner. Today is a Stitch With Me. I think it's Stitch With Me 52. I don't remember. It'll be in the description below. It is going to be kind of a short Stitch With Me because I have been fighting with this for almost an hour now, and this is my third attempt to record. The first recording I wasn't able to do because we had our new 3D printer printing, and no matter what I did, it was just too noisy. Like, it had a background noise to it, so I didn't want to film with that. And then I just couldn't get the camera angle right, and I just kept bumping the camera, so I turned it off the second time. So we're back for attempt number 3. And unfortunately, I only have about 30 minutes, so I won't even be able to finish doing my columns here. But we're going to go ahead and proceed here again. I'm not even sure what I was talking about because I got partially into working on this, and then, like I said, I got distracted. This is Dreaming of Being Human, which won the vote for what I was going to do with my Stitch With Me today. Trying to make sure I keep my fingers out of the way. I did end up moving locations, so trying to get things set back up into the perfect order. Plus, I'm using a different stand than normal. Oops. Try not to bump that. I'm using one of my new K Creation floor stands instead of my Lowry stand. I want to have my Lowry stand upstairs in my room with the chair up there because it's just that's not as bulky as these. These are nice. I like the K Creation stands, but they do have a longer bar on them compared to the K Creations, or compared to the Lowry, and it gets in the way of the beds in the bedroom. So I just wanted to point out that the only reason why I moved locations was due to convenience. My husband we got another 3D printer, and we were having issues trying to find the best location for it so that it didn't interfere with my crafting supplies, because we didn't want to accidentally destroy any of my crafting supplies, because 3D resin can, it's not very safe cloth wise and material wise. So the best situation we came up with was to move my personal computer downstairs and to move all my craft stuff that I had down here upstairs. So that is why I am now with a different background. It's actually working out better. Mainly, just in my opinion, it's working out better because the cats come visit with me more when I'm in this room. I've got my cat Simon is sleeping on my desk at the moment. If you've been on my Instagram today, you've seen a picture of him. Last night, Reese's came and hung with me a little bit on my desk. They seem to like the fact that my desk is placed right in front of the screen, and it's a nice big desk that they've got room to lay on. And I'm a crazy cat lady, I guess, because I want my cats to come hang around me as long as possible. Plus, it's cooler downstairs than it is upstairs. And the other bonus is I don't mind having my computer in my son's room because he doesn't bother me. I tone out most of, because he's always got his TV videos playing and they're repetitive, they don't bother me like they do everybody else. I really don't even notice some of the quirks that he does. Like his, he's severe ADHD with autistic tendencies. So he's like super hyper. He jumps in his seat. He bobs and bounces. I know I had a person ask how he was doing, who that person was in the background. So, like I said, that is my son. He does have, autistic tendencies, and he's ADHD. And he had no problem sharing his room with me. He would put his headphones on when I would ask him to, so that I could join Zoom meetings or when I was doing videos. But, being the fact that it was his room, I felt I didn't like asking him to do that because it's his space. I was just borrowing it. I just had my stuff in there. So this is much better because now I don't have to worry about if he's in the middle of a game playing or if he, doesn't really want to put his headsets on. I don't have to, feel bad for asking him to do it. I know I'm the adult and technically the house is mine, but I don't know, I've never been that way. When my kids get to, my son is turning 15 this year, so in my opinion, his room is his space. And it was my privilege to, he gave me the privilege to be in there. So, but like I said, this is actually working out better. It's cooler down here, and I don't have to worry about anything. And I have access. The cats come visit me a little more and sleep down here because I'm near the front door. And our cat Ritzy, their favorite thing to do is to lay at the front door, like on the crack of the door. They do the same thing when the bathroom door's shut. They lay at the crack of the door. It's weird. Simon likes to sleep on my desk, especially when it's facing the window. So, hold on. I'm gonna go here. Alrighty. So, like I said, you what?
I need the doodad.
The doodad. Oh, the.
Yeah. And you just moved around. The thing goes with it.
That's right there. Thank you, babe. Alright. Sorry about that. Trying to make sure this is filming right. I really hope my fingers are staying out of the way. Let me mark what I've done so far before I get confused. Okay. Yeah, so I know I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before. I know in my last video, somebody was asking me who that was in the background and what they were doing. And my last floss tube, my son was in the background bouncing and listening to his stuff. My son is, if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But my son is severe ADHD with autistic tendencies. And then somebody stated that it was really distracting. All I have to say on that is I'm sorry. I'm not go. I didn't change my location because of that comment. With my videos, if it's distracting in the background, I apologize, but I'm not changing much, especially when it comes to what my son is doing in the background and the fact that it was his room. All I can say is you know, hopefully my next video isn't as distracting for that person. But I have a household of 5. There are distractions galore in this house. It's like we're always distracted, it seems like. Alright. Thank you. Alright, I gotta get my next collar. Oh, I knocked my stuff over. They were on here. Okay. What color is this? 154. Is this... Yes. So yeah. Stitchy wise, I've had some good days, stitching days. Truthfully, there are days where like I feel like I've had very bad stitching days, going I only got this many stitches in, and then everybody's like, oh, that's so many stitches. It's so weird to think, you know, what you feel is a bad stitching day is, you know, not really that bad. You feel like you've not had a good stitchy day. Then when you start calculating up what you've stitched on, you're like, oh, well, maybe that's not as bad of a stitchy day as I thought I did. Alright, so I know I've walked through this before, but I'll go ahead and do it again. I am going to start this stitch. I'm going to go down a few steps away from where I'm at. Let's see, this is going to be over 1, 2, so that should be right. Yes. So I'm just going to pull up, just going where I can just barely see the tip of the thread. I'm going to go back down the hole I just came up, and then I'm going to go up the other hole. And then I'm going to pull taut and go back down. Now I'm going to come back up and, oops, I pulled too hard. I'm going to go back over just a little further. I think I was too close. So let's try that again. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes I pull too hard or I don't get it tacked down good enough beforehand. I hate when I do that. I made a, it didn't do right. Let's try that again. One more time here. Alright, so we're going to pull this down a little further. It's trying to double loop on me. There we go. When it double loops, it tries to make more than one tighten at the wrong spot. So now let's go down. There we go. Now it should be sealed. Yep. Now we're good. And then I just kind of scrape along the back and pull that little bit out. But I'm still solid. And now this will come back over here under that mark. Sorry for bumping the camera, guys. Like I said, I'm still trying to learn the location of everything. with this desk move and different stand as well. There. Like I said, I think I mentioned it. I am doing Royal Rose method on this, but it's not a true royal. It's more of the rubble, because I am doing 3 columns instead of 2. It's only on this first row that I'm doing the 3 columns. I plan on going to 2 columns on my next one. It was just, I already had 3 columns running at the time because of the, like, I finished, oops, when I finished this area here, I already had like 3 of them, and I was just like, it would have been harder to try to manage to get these built up to over here. It'd been a lot of 1 columns to get back to here. So I decided just to continue 3 across. And then once I finish those 3 all the way across, then I'll switch back to the 2 columns. And go from there. My husband is getting a print ready for me so that I can easily cure my where is it? It should be to there. Is this not in the right spot? No, it is, because that's the ending stitch. So over 1. So there. Sorry, I was looking wrong. I was thinking I was at the wrong spot, but I'm not. Alrighty. There we go. Now that is going to park there. But yeah, he's getting a 3D print set up for me so that it'll be easier to cure my thread drops. Once we get it printed, I'll show you what I'm talking about, because you're not going to have no clue. All right. This one. Not much left on that one. All right. Got a little bit longer. A few more stitches that I can get in before I'm going to have to call it. Because we are getting ready to go over to our friend's house for Stitchy Day. For going over there, I have brought, uh-oh, this is in the wrong spot, that's right. I remember figuring that out before. I had to fix it. Sorry, I know my hand is in the way. But I have decided I am bringing Pandemic over to our friend's house. I am taking my dream catcher to the friend's house, and I'm also taking my wild blue rose. Sorry, I keep trying to call it wild horses. Wild horse. But it's blue rose. I have been working on those main 3 the last few days. I know I said I was probably going to put Pandemic away a little bit, but I think I want to try to work on finishing those 2 pages. I think I have like 2 half pages left.
to finish it off, so
I think that's what I'm going to work on, getting those finished. Two, three.
this is not in the right spots.
So we'll put this in the right spot. And I'll fix this one when I get to it. Yes, I fudge most of the time. I will fudge a stitch if it's just one, a few stitches, just kind of misplaced just a little bit. I will definitely fudge them. There's there, that's in the right spot. Am I going to have enough thread
to finish these few stitches?
Yeah, I only have one more stitch. Yay! So we are going to end this. I didn't walk you through the last one, so I'm definitely going to walk you through what I do here. So when it's my last stitch, I go up the bottom left, or up the top bottom top right. It depends on which way I'm ending, but I'm going back down the one I just came up. This is basically just a backward step of the loop start. So I'm doing a loop finish. And there we go. I've got my loop. Going back down, pulling the hole through. Now I'm going to go up the left, the bottom right, and then I'm going to go down the center underneath the stitch. And now it is finished. And then it's not coming up. Now if I was going to have to unstitch it, I would pick it at the bottom right. I would pick here in this corner to see if I could get it to unravel. 90% of the time I have to snip it. Very few times can I actually unpick after I've done that finish. Alrighty, mark what I completed. That worked out pretty well. Alrighty. So let's see. Ouch. It's a nice long thread. So I'm gonna do this a little different. Since there are no stitches of this down underneath it, I'm actually going to weave this around. And like stitch down here, and then I'm gonna end up ending it back up here in this top row, because I don't want to bring it down here and end it when I could easily park it, because there's no stitches, easy stitches within down here. So I'm just going to go here, there. All right, so I'm gonna go here. I'm only gonna half stitch them so I can see where I'm at. So 1, 2, 3. See, this is where I had that boo-boo, where I misstitched an area. So I'm just going to do there. Stitch where that one should have been. And that one is going to go here. There we go. And now I'm going to take these back up, because there is no more down. There we go. One thing about doing the half stitches down, I've got to make sure to remember to catch all of the stitches. Because every now and then, it really sucks, but I get, I don't catch all the stitches. Alright, there's there, and here. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to park this one, and that is going to be the end. This is only a little 30-minute video, and I apologize. I will try to do another one. Let's see, there's one, there's two, and there's three. So I'll park that there. Like I said, I'll try to do another video, another stitch with me. That's longer. I will do the stitch with me. I'm gonna try for tomorrow after work. Might not be till Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see. So that is going to be the end. I ended up getting 72 stitches in about 28 minutes, give or take. I'd say 30 because I had a few stitches in and then had to quit and revamp and readjust. So I will see everybody next time. I hope y'all had a good day. I hope y'all have a great weekend. And I hope you enjoyed the little quick stitch with me. Sorry it's so short. Bye everybody. Have a great week and happy stitching.